United States Grand Prix review. The T-Rex closes in. Welcome back to Undercut Unfiltered. Before a single wheel turned in Austin, the championship was finally alive again. Oscar Piastri led on 336 points. Lando Norris followed with 314 and Max Verstappen, who was a massive 104 points behind after Sandwood, had clawed his way back to 273 points. Three drivers, three mindset. Piastri, who always looked calm, is now under extreme pressure. Norris, desperate and determined. Verstappen, the T-Rex, back on the scent. And what better stage for a comeback than Austin, where the track is wild, the heat is unrelenting, and the racing pure Texas chaos. Before we jump in, hit subscribe and tap that bell icon so you don't miss any of our unfiltered breakdowns, hot takes, and chaos recaps all season long. Segment 1. The Sprint DNF. McLaren self-destructs. Friday's sprint qualifying was all about timing, and Max Verstappen nailed it. He laid down an incredible first flying lap in SQ3 but missed the line to start another run. That didn't matter. The first lap was perfection, good enough for sprint pole. McLaren, meanwhile, lined up closely behind. Lando Norris in P2 and Piastri in P3, but they were a clear 3/10 of Max's pace. The speed was solid, but the feeling was ominous. Then came the sprint and the setup for another McLaren implosion. Turn 1, Piastri tried to go the outside, Norris slammed the door shut. Piastri tried the switchback to go down the inside but was clipped by Nico Hülkenberg and was then spun directly into Norris, causing a catastrophic double DNF. While the FIA deemed it a racing incident, it was clear to us that Piastri was predominantly to blame, taking an unnecessary risk by attempting a cutback on lap 1 when he should have been aware that the cars behind would be fighting for any available space. While the papaya self-destructed, Verstappen breezed to another sprint victory. George Russell took P2 and Carlos Sainz for Williams clinched P3, a brilliant result that highlighted the Groove team's pace. The message was simple. Red Bull's calm beats McLaren's chaos every single time. Segment 2. Qualifying. The calm before the charge. Saturday qualifying felt inevitable the moment Max Verstappen hit the track. He delivered another textbook lap for pole, not flashy, just flawless. Norris lined up P2, Leclerc P3 and Sainz P4, securing a sensational second row start for the Williams. Championship leader Oscar Piastri, however, struggled to hook up a clean lap and could only manage P6. This left his title defense exposed. He had it all to do on Sunday to catch up to his rivals who started at the front of the grid. The tension inside McLaren's garage was thicker than the Austin humidity. No smiles, no chatter, just focus and frustration. The papaya piece that once defined the team gone. Meanwhile, Verstappen was back in that chilling rhythm. No errors, no noise, and no mercy. Segment 3. The Red Bulls return to control. When the lights went out on Sunday, Norris pounced. Ferrari, though, pounced faster. Max Verstappen held the lead into turn 1, but it was Charles Leclerc on the softer tires who brilliantly swept around the outside of Norris to snatch P2. That move changed everything. With Norris bottled up behind the Ferrari, Verstappen simply pulled away. From there, it was a masterclass in race management, clean, clinical, and commanding. Norris was forced into a grueling battle with Leclerc, eventually reclaiming the P2 in the final laps. But by that point, Verstappen's consistency and Red Bull's tire calls were untouchable. Carlos Sainz, who started P4 and was on for a potentially huge weekend for Williams, retired after contact with Kimi Antonelli, ending the team's hopes of a massive points haul. Oscar Piastri, struggling for pace and rear grip all afternoon, could only manage a distant P5, a crucial 8 points lost to his teammate and 15 lost to Max Verstappen. Segment 4. The Red Redemption, Ferrari's turnaround. For Ferrari, this weekend was all about grit. They started horribly, nowhere in the sprint, sliding through the corners, struggling for any sort of grip. But overnight, they transformed the car, and it actually worked. Charles Leclerc delivered a crucial P3 in the race, and Lewis Hamilton secured P4, Ferrari's first double top 4 finish of the season. It wasn't domination, it was damage control, but it was done right. For once, there was no chaos, no finger pointing, just pure recovery. They outscored Mercedes 27 points to 8 in the main race, closing the gap for P2 in constructors to just 7 points. If this is the version of Ferrari that turns up for the final stretch, Mercedes' hold on P2 in constructors isn't safe anymore. Segment 5. The Aftermath. The three-way is real. And now the standings tell the story. The gap is closing fast. Piastri remains the leader on 346 points. Lando Norris is now only 14 points behind on 332, and Max Verstappen is just 40 points off the lead after Austin. From a 104-point deficit after Sandwood to 40 now, the comeback isn't just mathematical, it's psychological. McLaren are starting to crack under their own expectations, while Verstappen's driving like a man who has already seen this movie and knows how it ends. Crucially, the constructors' battle for second place is now a dogfight. Mercedes leads with 341 points, but Ferrari is just 7 points behind with 334, and Red Bull is right there with 331 points. The battle for the runners-up spot is going down to the wire. The verdict. So, the 2025 United States Grand Prix, the race where Red Bull reasserted control, McLaren rediscovered drama, and Ferrari quietly got their act together. Verstappen's comeback is gathering force. Norris and Piastri's internal battle is intensifying, and Ferrari back in the mix. Right when the season needed another twist, from 104 down to 40, the T-Rex is officially in sight of its prey. The three-way fight is real, and the road to Mexico just got a whole lot spicier. That's your Austin breakdown on Undercut Unfiltered. Hit subscribe, tap the bell icon, and tell us in comments, is Verstappen's charge unstoppable, or can Papaya Pride rise again at altitude? I'm Abhay. See you next week. Same show, same chaos. Thank you.